Maybe you've wondered how Children International can collect more than 850,000 letters and over 350,000 photos, then send them around the world each and every year, while making sure they all get to their special sponsor. Once you sponsor a child, what often happens is a staff member or volunteer goes to that child's home, giving her and her family the great news. They now have someone who supports and cares for them. She might write a letter then and there, or come to the community center to write her first letter. She'll also write another letter in about 6 months. This is the first step of a long and important journey that results in the collection of all those letters and photos each year, every year. All of them arriving at the Children International headquarters in Kansas City for processing, ensuring they each make it to their final destination and into a sponsor's hands and heart. Although modern systems help, there is still a great deal of work that is done by hand. And people like Bob are just a few of the many people who make this happen in Kansas City, once field staff have done their part, of course.
We receive 5,000 to 10,000 child letters a week to make sure they get where they're all supposed to go. Jessica opens each box and begins organizing the child letters. She runs them through the scanner. It reads the barcode to collect the child and sponsor information, which then creates the mailing list file for our inserter. Next, our inserter operator, Latronda, sets up the inserter to process the child letters so they are packaged in the right envelopes and they can make it to their sponsors. Once everything comes together, letters are sent to the post office, and a sponsor should receive their letter within 3 to 5 days.
While handwritten letters start this long trip around the world following a highly manual process, digital photos are exactly the opposite. They start, of course, when field staff take that precious annual digital photo. As they're transferred electronically to Kansas City, they're randomly scanned as part of our quality control process. Photos that don't meet high enough standards are automatically rejected. Those that do end up with Robert, who prints every single one right here in the building. From there, the process gets a lot more manual. It's amazing to think that all these letters and photos make it to where they're going with very few problems, especially given the sheer volume.
And I think, like when they get photos and letters, they feel a little, closer to them, because at least they know what's going on with them in their lives.
Some of our agencies, such as Guayaquil and Guatemala, have more than 30,000 sponsored children. That can amount to more than 60,000 child letters a year from just one agency. And they handle that much year after year. Another reason we're so wowed by our staff in the field is that Children International works in some pretty remote places. This makes collection a real challenge. Our staff in Tabaco, Philippines, for example, need a boat to reach some sponsorship communities. And in some places, roads and bridges don't even exist. Everywhere we work, staff and volunteers are doing a great job of helping us do one important thing: making it possible for sponsors to have a real and emotional connection with their sponsored child.
The correspondence back and forth was extremely meaningful to my young children, because they've been able to grow up alongside these children that we're sponsoring, and through the pictures and through the letters, they're seeing their writing style improve, and then the pictures are showing them as they get older. So it's all very, very personal and makes it very real.
For every sponsor, a letter is worth 1,000 smiles, and a photo is worth 1,000 wonderful words.